Hi, it's Brendon from Technology for Hotels. Today, I want to talk to you about going contactless within your guest rooms. But more importantly, I wanted to let you know how you can go contactless in as little as 2 weeks with no capital outlay. I don't need to tell you that as a result of COVID, our industry has been hit extremely hard. And we're all now doing whatever we can to recover. And more importantly, what we now need to do is let guests know that our properties are a safe place for them to return to. And the two things that we're looking at are cleanliness and contactlessness, if that's even a real word. So how can we achieve a contactless guest room in as little as 2 weeks with no capital outlay? I think the first thing is, or first key thing, is we need to allow the guest to use their own device. So they know how it works, they trust it implicitly. The other thing is that they take it with them everywhere they go. So they've got it with them anywhere they go on your property and also off property. That is important. The second thing is we need to take into consideration that guests don't want to download an app. Nobody wants to download another app if they're staying with you for 1 or 2 nights just to order room service or get access to a compendium. So these solutions exist. They are generally QR code based. So then, as I said, they're not an app. What they are is what we call a progressive web app. So they look and behave like an app, but the guest doesn't need to download them. They access them via a QR code. Now we can make them aware of the solution at the time of booking. So we could include it on their booking confirmation and allow them to communicate with us even before they arrive. They can also get access to the compendium, what's on information, etc. before they arrive. When they check in, we can let them know. It could be a QR code on the back of the key. In the room, we can also let them know in a number of places. So it might be at the bedside, there might be something on the bed, and there might be something on the minibar fridge. So what can we use this app for? What can it do for us and for the guests? Well, we can provide the full compendium to the guest on their own device. And we can therefore replace the traditional in-room compendium, which is probably in a leather-bound folder. It's not very graphical. It's extremely hard to update or keep up to date. So we can offer the guests the compendium. We can allow them to order room service. We can allow them to order minibar on demand. We can allow them to request room servicing. So just picking up on the last two, many properties now are removing the alcohol component of the minibar, and instead they have a QR code there. So the guest scans the QR code, it brings up the minibar menu, and they can order whatever they want. There are benefits to the guest. You can offer them a broader selection of beers and wines, etc. You can offer them specials. Maybe it's a bucket of beer, a bucket of 4 beers at a special price. The second thing I talked about is room servicing on demand. So hotels now are saying, because of COVID, and we appreciate, you don't want somebody just coming into your room unacknowledged, and therefore to respect your privacy, we will only service your room if you request it, and that can once again be done on this app. It could be, you could have information on what's on, both within the property but also in the local area, and of course the guest can request amenities via it as well. One of the benefits of it is it improves the guest experience. So how does it do that? As we said, with minibar ordering, the guest has a much broader selection. With room service, they also have a much broader selection. For example, I've heard of a property that is offering the full wine list on the room service menu. That just wouldn't have been feasible on a paper-based menu. The guest has access to a graphical menu as well. You can provide information on ingredients in case they've got allergens and things like that. The guest can also get access to information prior to their stay, as I said, so they can access the compendium, etc. For the property, it saves them money, so you're not having to have compendiums reprinted. From a room servicing point of view, you don't have to service rooms unless the guest specifically requests they would like the room service. And from a mini bar point of view, you don't have stock tied up in the room. You don't need to send someone to the room every day to check the mini bar. And also you'll have a significant reduction in denials because the guest is actually ordering only what they want. And the final benefit is it increases revenue. So we've seen properties where in-room dining has gone up substantially, above 60% increases in revenue on the same time last year. And we've also seen the average check generally goes up somewhere from 20% or more because the guest has an opportunity to take their time going through the menu. It's graphical, as I said. They can add, an extra slice of cheese, or they can add bacon to the hamburger. All of that goes towards increasing the average check. So such solutions are a win-win for the guest and for the hotel. If you'd like to find out more, please feel free to reach out to me. Thanks again.